running NFTs, baby.
All right, perfect.
I don't know too much. It's still so fucking confusing.
All right, with all that said, let's begin. Episode 74 for the horse. CJ is a bold, strong man. We're about 4 hours to midnight, and he's still not giving up the ghost. So, non-alcoholic week rolls on. Month. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounded so crisp.
Crispy. Oh.
Yeah, daddy.
My God.
Be gentle, father.
No.
This is a Partake Stout for those of you following along at home. We have done this ages ago. Probably last January. Some might say a year ago. But that was just when we're like 2.8 or whatever the fuck it was. So we're going to give it a proper,
we talked
give it
about
an honest review.
And then just said, that's a 4.
Here's a random number.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, buddy. CJ's excited. I'm excited.
I think we drank all three different partakes last January.
And Neil Brothers, I think.
Oh yeah, true. There was a Neil's brother. We also did a non-alcoholic like champagne or wine or something like that. But
Dry Secco, it's called.
Sure. These partakes, from what I recall, are top notch.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoy them. But I was telling Chris is like, do you want to, like, they're not going to know when we're recording this. Do you want
now they're going to know.
Well, yeah. Do you want an actual beverage? I'm like, nah, because
you've accomplished dry January. Like you're literally like 4 hours away. You're going to wake up tomorrow and start drinking at work.
Yeah. I'm not bringing coffee
Bailey's
to
in
work.
the coffee.
No, it'll be Bailey's with a hint of coffee.
There you go. Bailey's flavored with coffee.
But I was telling him, I'm like, no, because I'm going to have one and it's going to, like every beer, it's going to hit your lips and it tastes so
like,
good.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to want more than one. So I'm like, just wait till I can get a drive and we'll organize it. We'll do it on a Sunday. So I don't have, I'll have to work the next day, but.
Whatever.
I'm making noise.
Fuck a recession.
Oh, I'm going to fucking hurt my neck looking at you like that.
Hello, Dad.
We need a round table.
Yeah, we do.
That'd be legit.
Well, now that we're in the podcast studio, because now it's heated.
We're back in the garage.
Yeah.
Welcome to Canada.
Welcome to Canada.
It's fucking cold out.
Yeah. It's fucking cold and apparently can't just hang out in the garage without a heater. Or at least one that's not legit. So I got a legit heater. It's now running and I had it up to 30 in here when CJ walked in.
I thought you had rocks going. It was nice and steamy.
Yeah, it was like a sauna.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to hit you with my Virgin.
Yeah, okay.
7.9.
Okay. 8.3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
fucking
good.
nice.
It is tasty.
See, this tastes about as close. Like if you buy, I think Nickelbrook has a good stout.
Okay.
Like, when I think stout, I think like Irish beer immediately.
When you think
Guinness.
of Scouts?
Scouts. Think of girls selling amazing cookies. And then I think stouts.
You always order way too many.
You don't see them too often anymore.
Not anymore,
you notice?
No, it's like word of mouth. It's like, the girl next door is selling cookies. Do you want to buy some?
Maybe that was when they started letting boys into the Girl Scouts.
And it's not even like next
kind of went
to
downhill.
It's not even like the person next to you. It'd be like a family friend that's like, Susie next door, her daughter's selling Girl Guide
Usually
cookies.
it's like offices. Like
that too.
Due to walk in.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to buy some cookies for my daughter's
I haven't got
Scouts?
that yet, but I will have a box full, like, you know how they come in like boxes and there's like 40?
Yeah.
I'll have one of those.
You're getting
a carton.
Full on. You're getting a carton of cigarettes.
Oh, shit. Those are good though.
So anyway, when I think stout, my first thought's like Irish stout.
Yep.
Which is good, but like it's also pretty unique, I find. Okay. So like I don't know if you've had too many, but Nickelbrook makes one. I think they're out of Burlington. They make a stout, which almost tastes exactly like this. This is very good.
So what I like about this is it's like refreshing, crisp,
I'm hitting with all these buzzwords.
And like creamy.
Yeah, it's a stout. It's fucking legit.
It is so good. And on that note, I'm going flavor, and it is high.
CJ's taking you to Flavor Town.
It's going to be a 9.2.
Wow. That's fair, man.
It's good. Like, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's not overpowering, because I find some, like, with dark beers,
they can be...
You either do it right or it is dog shit.
I don't know if this is just because it's lacking alcohol.
Maybe.
But it fucking finishes way nicer than a real stout.
I don't know what the...
It's not as... But you're right, but it's a dark beer thing mostly.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual, like spice seasoning... I don't know what the fuck...
Seasoning's the correct word.
I don't know what... Like, because in dark beers, there's that one flavor that's like in all of them, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if you do.
I have no idea. I don't know anything.
Yeah, same. And sometimes it's really overpowering, and it's like I can't do it.
Fair enough.
And this, you taste it, but it's not like, oh, that's the entire beer.
Got it. I can't add to that. You're fucking doing an excellent job of describing it. I'm sorry. 8.8 for me.
Yeah.
It's
really good.
It's fucking legit. Smells gonna be a tough one here.
I don't think there's much there.
No, I don't think so either. It mostly smells like water. I think I'm smelling mostly the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, same. It's a small hint. I think this is where it's gonna take a dive.
Yeah, it's gonna be just a 7.
Okay. I'm a little lower. I'm going 6.7.
Fair enough. My first thought was 6.5. I don't know why I just didn't write that down.
There's just not...
There's no smell at all. 0.
If you take a giant whiff, it's there.
Yeah.
But it's like...
Who the fuck has time for that?
It's like that.
Now, smoothness, I'm going to hit you with real quick. I'm going to go 9.4. Because although these are a fucking non-alcoholic, you could easily, like... You would get tired of the Heinekens. You would get tired of the Molson Excels.
Yeah.
But these, at a bar, you could fucking...
What was the other one
slug back a bunch
that they do? IPA? Because there was another one that was really good, and
they have a blonde lager that was good. Maybe it was an IPA. I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I'd have to Google it. But anyway, this is by far the best non-alcoholic beer I've ever had. Better than Heineken. Better than Beck's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Way better.
Yeah.
So
I'm going. I'm going to be one under, and I'm going 9.3
for the year of your birth.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
And finish.
Finish is legit too, because it doesn't. All that shit you were saying about dark beer and how it can fucking have like a weird taste.
Yeah.
That don't happen.
This one is, and again, it could be that there's no alcohol in it, but it's very like crispy and refreshing.
Yeah.
And that's what like kind of hits you on the way down. And then you get a little creaminess, but that
muted though for me.
It's just not lingering in your mouth.
No, and I would say it's definitely the lack of alcohol for that.
Sure.
But yeah, it's...
Yeah.
And that's why I give it such a high smoothness scale, which
yeah,
people are going to be like, why is it smoothness? For those who are just learning how this is working out, when we do beer, we generally do it by like drinkability, because a beer is like... A beer is a 10 out of 10 smoothness almost every time.
Is it
Unless you're drinking like homemade beer out of a bathtub. Even that'll probably be like a 9.3.
Yeah. It's just tough because like smooth, like it's got to be drinkability, because beer's not harsh to drink.
No, there's gross beer, but it's easy to drink still, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's not like you got a terrible vodka.
No.
Like Alberta Pure or something like that.
No, this is
trying to fucking guzzle that down.
Should be legit. All right, so you didn't finish with your score here on your finish.
Finish. Neither did you.
All right, I'll go then.
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna go 8.3.
Okay, you're higher than me. I was gonna go a solid 8 because it's still like it's almost too light. Like that's the only time
you would like a little more.
Well, but I was gonna say like the caveat to that is it's because it's a non-alcoholic beer.
True.
So like that's the only time when you're drinking this, you're like, oh yeah, it's just like there's not a whole lot of, which is fine.
Sure.
But it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Well, that's the alcoholic coming out.
What's that? Yeah. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Don't drink any less either.
Oh, that was the greatest thing ever.
A legitimate alcoholic told me that joke one time, and I fucking fell over because I was like,
fantastic.
it like caught me so off guard,
Yeah.
and this was recently. This is like in the last
Really,
couple
eh?
months. I hadn't seen him in a while, and I was talking to him on the phone. I'm like, yeah, we should like meet up for a beer or whatever. He's like, oh no, I don't drink anymore. I'm like, and I'm like,
Holy fuck! It's been this long.
didn't even know how to
talked to you?
fucking respond. I'm like, and he could hear the pause. He's like, yeah, but I don't drink anymore either. And I'm like, you fucking got me. Well done, sir.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. All right, what do we got? What do we got for CJ?
All right.
I think it's going to be pretty
shit.
much the same.
I'll be a little higher, I think.
No, it's going to be the same.
Are you rounding that up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, verdict's in. On the Partake Stout, I'm coming in at an 8.4.
I'm an 8.2. And if you don't like to drink, and you do like to drink non-alcoholic, this is the one.
Or for next dry January if you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if you're just going out, you got a DD.
Yeah, try and bring these with you. Because bars will allow you to put shit behind the bar that's
Bars,
non-alcoholic.
friend's house, whatever it
the
is.
fuck you got to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you have it, folks.
I wish they had these way back in the day. Because there was weekends where we would go to like Zach's or your parents, and I wouldn't fucking drink. And I'd just be sitting there drinking fucking
Just chilling.
3 gallons of water. It's like, fuck, man. But
Yeah, water's the least social drink ever.
that's your Partake Stout.
I wonder what it would have been like 100
Way
years
back.
ago. Oh, shit.
What?
I kicked the camera.
No, you fucker.
Do you want me to just double check it?
No, it's fine. It's still on.
All right.
Yeah.
It just might have shifted a bit.
Oh, fuck.
That was... I'm going to keep talking while CJ's going. I'm probably out of frame. People don't want to see me. They want to see the meat and potatoes. That is your face. How far out was it? Minuscule amount. I wonder what it was like back in the day, like 100, 150 years ago, where just
got made fun of.
drinking beer all day.
Oh, I thought you were going to say not drinking beer.
Oh, no, you had to because you didn't have any clean water.
They chopped your head off.
That too.
That was how they cleaned their water.
Like, I'm sure there was a fucking ungodly amount of like aggressive alcoholics, but I'm sure like, but
What else
everyone
was
was
there to
like,
do?
everyone was like buzzed all day long.
yeah.
It must have been like
woke up.
a really fun and wild time and scary all at the same time.
Yeah, I think more scary, but yeah.
You can live on the edge sometimes. Because that's like, I've mentioned drinking, I think it's called bitters in the UK. But it's like, I'm going to call it bitters, but it might be called something
Bitters
else.
is that shit you put in cocktails.
There's something. Anyway, it's like warm, flat beer that they serve
Disgusting.
out of like wooden kegs in bars in
That's disgusting.
Britain, and it's very popular amongst the
good?
psychos of the world. It's horrible.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I
it's
thought.
terrible. It would be like what drinking with Shakespeare would have been like, when there was like no refrigeration and just like they didn't know how to carbonate shit. You're like, why did this not die?
Why are we drinking this?
Like, why did this not die with technology? Why aren't you even cooling it down? Fuck, wish I remember the new name of that shit. I'll find it.
It's all right.
Don't matter.
Who
But,
cares?
Yeah. Fuck a recession.
Yeah. So I'm learning NFTs.
Hit me with this shit.
Starting to. It's very. I'm still fucking like.
I went on Twitter the other day and they're like, change your profile picture to an NFT. I'm like, I'm gonna push the button that says skip. Because I don't have time for this shit.
So, do you have an NFT to?
I don't
change
know.
it
Maybe
to?
you can create your own. Maybe Twitter will allow you to make your profile picture an NFT. I don't know.
There's a whole whack of shit, and it is literally.
How
like,
much of it is scams? Be honest. Like what
It's like
percentage?
an iceberg. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I've just touched the tip of like kind of what it is and trying to understand.
You're like
it
40 miles
myself.
away. You're like, I think that's an iceberg.
Yeah, but then you finally look underwater and it's just this giant fucking masterpiece. It's crazy. There's like, you can do smart contracts behind it because the way it works is the first thing I read on like what is an NFT made me just think of like Pokemon cards or hockey cards or baseball cards. Like,
Okay.
it's like a
In that same sort of
yeah,
vein.
it's like a collectible, something you trade, you can fucking hoard,
Right.
whatever it is.
It has a value up to whatever,
Yeah.
or it could be almost worthless.
And so when you buy it off like with crypto, and then it gets like put through the blockchain and it stays on the blockchain. There's all this shit. So you could go and buy, I don't know, Michael Jordan's fucking NBA card,
Right.
and you bought it from Michael Jordan. Well, it shows that you bought it from Michael Jordan. You can see who's owned it.
Okay. So it's like it's automatically verifiable.
Yeah, so you can go, okay, so you
That's
can look it up
interesting.
and be like, who owns this? And you can find who owns it, who has owned it in the past. And there's just like, it is like, it's fucked. And I'm going to have a hard time getting across some of this shit.
All right. What possessed you to go down the road? You're just curious.
I am very curious
Right.
because like
Do you feel like you want to get in on the ground floor? Is this why you're looking into it? You're like
a little bit.
Are you
But
trying to
I'm
find
in
out
the
how much
crypto
of it is?
game. It's
Yeah, I
hard.
know.
It's hard not to hear about it. Like, I have stuff on crypto.com and they've released this stuff called like missions or whatever. You literally check in every day. It gives you like a token. When you have 25 tokens, you can redeem a gift box, and it'll give you like fucking a penny worth of their coin, or it'll give you like, you can get like fucking $2,000. It is just a random fucking box, and you open it.
sounds like
every 25 days you can get one.
That's like one of those things that keeps you coming back.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I got stuff
Yeah.
on there. I'm going to check my shit and get
Open
my
up your
token.
box.
And if you trade $20, you get 3 tokens. If you trade $500 that day, you get like 60 tokens. And then they have all this stuff. They have like their little like learning page. And so like the first one was like learning about crypto, and then in like Bitcoin, and then the next one
Have you always used crypto.com as you new to them?
just I'd say September, and that's because fucking Binance Ontario, like
Yeah.
they pulled out of Canada pretty
Okay,
well.
So that's where you
Canada.
went after they pulled out of Canada.
Yeah, so I tried to find something.
You're happy
that
with
was,
them?
Yes and no. We'll get into that in a
Okay,
second.
yeah, sure.
So their newest one was NFTs. And I'm like, okay, like I'll read through it quick. And kind of what I glanced at and what I took away from it was it's like new age trading cards. You can buy art. You can buy like those NBA highlight fucking shit,
Yep.
which is like a new age
Trading card, I guess. to a
trading
certain
card
extent,
in a certain extent. And then I'd listen to, do you know who Gary Vee is?
That name sounds certainly familiar.
Okay, he's huge on the internet.
Yeah.
He turned his parents' like mom and pop winery shop into this fucking multi-million-dollar fucking business.
Okay.
He owns his own media company. He fucking does crazy amount of shit. He explained NFTs. And
Because that's his wheelhouse, the internet.
yeah, literally.
He does internet.
Yeah. And he explained it to where right now there is such a demand, and it's a huge craze that, like the internet when it first happened, 98% of the shit right now is going to fail
Yeah.
or be gone. Like it's just not going to work. But in this bulk of shit, there's diamonds somewhere,
Right.
but it's finding it. Which is, again,
It's
like,
who
it's also
knows?
like crypto though, because
But also you don't know,
there's
like,
so many different cryptos.
but with NFTs, you don't know what, like, something could go viral and then, like, wow, that was a thing that no one saw coming. This
So-
is the fucking thing.
So this is also what he talked about is NFTs don't always have to be like art or these like sports highlights and all this shit. It could be where a influencer or a content creator or somebody puts out their stuff, and if you like their
Dick
stuff,
pics.
yeah, whatever.
Titty pics.
Sure. Some guy just released I can't remember how many selfies. He literally put out a shit ton of selfies of himself and made $1 million.
Oh my God.
Sold them as NFTs.
Is he an influencer?
No, I think he's just some dude, like
random
some
ass
college student. Like good for him. It fucking worked. But like
yeah.
cool that like that guy made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but these
good
are
for him.
These
but
are
that's
beyond the exceptions. Like
that's
these are
one
not
of the things that's not going to last,
No.
right?
Or hold its value.
But so like he explained
like,
it.
Fuck's this random ass dude?
Yeah, man.
Oh well, 30 years ago he sold a bunch for $1 million.
And I have one of them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you own a photo of a man.
Yeah.
It's worthless.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like you look at Beeple who sells art pieces and they're absolutely phenomenal. And it's just like the new age of art and
Beeple.
like buying fucking art. So that's cool. Gary also went on to explain that an influencer or himself, he talked about his next book. And I think he has like one more book that he has to publish under his contract with whatever publishing thing he's in. After that, he probably won't sign another deal and he'll release it as an NFT. So you can buy the book.
Copies
so
of the book.
if he's going to buy the book, like you're going to buy the book, it's $30. You get a little NFT token. But in those 10,000 copies that he makes of the book, there's going to be 1,000 that are the gold version. So you pay $70. That gets you the NFT, but it also gets you weekly Skype calls with them.
A physical copy of a book.
No. You'll get the
I
physical
know,
copy,
yeah.
but it'll come with that NFT. And then for $140, you get like the platinum book. And then with that platinum book, you get front row tickets to every one of his fucking talks and access to the green room and those weekly or monthly Skype calls.
This is just shit he's talking about, like that places that he thinks it could go.
So you get these NFTs, and then so if you buy one of those NFTs, well, a year or two later, you go, well, I got this NFT. You know what? Like, I want to sell it. Well, you bought it for $140. You can now sell it for fucking $10,000.
Is it transferable? Like, so like if you buy the platinum package, right? And I'm sure that Gary V's just using examples here.
Yeah.
But like the platinum package allows you to like talk to him on Skype and fucking meet him before his shows and shit. You sell that platinum package, does that person you're selling it to have the same privileges?
No, you don't have that anymore because you sold it.
Yeah, I know.
That's your way to get in.
Who you sell it to, those privileges transfer with the sale.
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now
I'm just making sure because you never know.
But what NFTs allow you to do is whoever creates the NFT, you can create a smart contract. And in that smart contract, you can say, me as the seller, I want 10% royalties or whatever it is.
Future sell-ons.
So when you sell that for $100, I get 10%.
Ponzi scheme.
It just goes on. So again, you sell one thing for $140, you're still making money whenever that gets sold again. You got 10,000 copies. How many people are going to fucking sell that NFT after? It's fucking crazy.
Ponzi.
Yeah. He talked, so one of the things I listened to it on the way up, he did a quick like Skype call and had listeners like ask him questions. And this lady asked her daughter's starting a jewelry company. How can she use NFTs to
sell physical products
or just like enhance like the whole thing? Well, he said just like to buy the thing, you buy the NFT. But then you do a smart contract in there where you get 10% royalties. And then in that NFT, you can have all your brand, like your branding. So it gets fucking wherever it goes, it's got your branding on it. And then it just gets out there even more. So that somebody down the road can sell that NFT with the necklace or just the NFT in general. And yeah, it's fucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucked. It is so crazy, but.
In 10 years, I'm going to be like, I should have paid more attention to NFTs, I guess. I don't know. Like,
it's also like Bitcoin,
or not.
though.
Or not.
Yeah.
Also, these things could like go the way of like fucking other cryptocurrencies that have started that people think, and then they go
again, I think 98%. I think Gary V fucking slammed it on the head. 98% of these NFTs that are currently out and being created right now will fail or just do very poorly in the future.
Not all of them are investments.
Some are going to be really great short-term turnarounds where you buy one for fucking $50 and then sell it for $1,000.
Right.
And then that'll happen within months because it'll get a shit ton of traction. People will want it. You have one, you sell it.
All right. So all right. This is all leading down the same question. What NFT are you buying?
I don't.
I know you got eyes
I don't.
on shit.
No, I actually
No?
don't. I
You're just
don't
trying to,
even
like,
know
figure
where
it
to
out.
go to buy them.
Yeah, that's the part I don't understand.
So that's my next part.
and
then like
do
trying
they
to
like
figure
transfer it to like your crypto.com wallet?
out that I don't know.
Right.
I don't know where they live. You'll have to have some type
You'll
of
have to have somewhere to store it because
to have like
the
a
digital footprint, fingerprint of it.
Yeah, I have legit no idea where to put them or where to buy them. Gotta love the ASMR. Yeah, so that's kind of the next path. I'm still trying to understand it, but it's funny. I heard a friend being like, "Oh, these NFTs go live like in an hour, and I'm in queue." And I don't know what NFT it was, but just the sound of it, I'm like, that ain't gonna fucking.
Didn't sound right.
No, you go spend your money, man. I hope you turn that shit around quick. Because whatever it sounded like, maybe I just don't know what it is, but
Right.
it just
Maybe you're just not hip to it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, enjoy that. And that's the other thing when he was talking about the jewelry. It's like, so when that person sells the NFT, one, why would you sell the NFT unless you're selling the piece of jewelry with it?
Well, that's the part that's confusing to me. Is like
I don't
jewelry is a physical product.
Yeah, I don't understand how that.
So-
like you would like whoever buys the original NFT gets the necklace, but it's like, so you made that NFT, but why would they sell the NFT down the road? Like that to me doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
but-
like why don't I just give the why don't I just sell the necklace to a pawn shop
exactly.
and be like, oh, by the way, there was this NFT with it. Why would I go online to register? Like, oh, I've now sold this to fucking so and so.
Yeah, it's so weird that I didn't understand where he was coming from. But then he explained like photography and like if that had a spot in it. And
See, photography I
wanted
can
to
see
say-
more than anything because it's like,
well, I wanted to say to the lady asking, it's like, yeah, no shit, because it's all like digital images.
yeah, that one kind of
Like-
seems like obvious.
Like yeah,
Like that could have it.
and again, 98% of people aren't
element.
gonna fucking do anything or make a footprint in the NFT world. But he made a good point. He goes, there's photographers out there right now not making a living off their photography. But now that NFTs are available, they now have this creative platform to create art and to tell a story or both or one or the other. But you have to do one of
It definitely
you have to
opens
do
up
one
your
of the
audience.
two.
Like it opens up your available
yeah,
market.
so there will be photographers that'll make $27,000 a year, or they'll make $270,000 a year, or $2.7 million a
Or
year,
whatever.
whatever it is. Like there will be a variety, and it just opens up another door for a lot of these creators.
Yeah, to me, it seems like a fucking like a way to just basically sell products to get cryptocurrency in return. It just like it feels like a way to integrate, which is not a bad thing because the whole like selling point for Bitcoin, which was 10 years ago and it still hasn't really improved, is like you're going to be able to buy houses with it, you're going to be able to buy cars with it. It's going to be so readily available. You just tap. I'm paying for
Boom,
this in
done.
Bitcoin. Obviously, there's one or two countries that are slowly like trying to like make that a reality.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it hasn't come to fruition. So
No.
the thing that I see about NFTs, which is interesting, is the fact that like, all right, you're a photographer, you want to sell prints. Let's say you sell them for $5 a piece. Give me $5 worth of Bitcoin for these prints.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put a sell-in clause, that's a whole different conversation,
Sure.
right? But at least you're now generating Bitcoin as opposed to fucking give me $5 Canadian, which is worth fucking $4 next year or fucking $3 next year or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah. The whole
That's
art
the appealing
realm,
part to it for me.
the whole art
It's just a way to
realm,
actually get fucking Bitcoin
yeah.
for like a transaction.
Wait.
You know what I mean? Like, because like I'm not gonna e-transfer you in Bitcoin. You know what I mean?
But you pretty much can.
I could, but it's more difficult.
Not really.
No?
No, it's pretty fucking easy.
Well, then I'm a fucking idiot.
We could literally do it right now. You still got
Perfect.
a account or a like wallet,
I think so.
like Shake Pay or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull up your fucking address. It's a there will be a QR code. I can fucking scan it and be like, send Chris this amount of fucking Bitcoin.
Well, why aren't you sending me Bitcoin right now? Do it live for the audience.
You sent me Bitcoin.
I don't know. I guess you could do it now still, but
because like with whatever that NFT, wherever that NFT gets stored, there will be an address, and that'll be like your NFT wallet, or I don't know, fucking binder full of fucking Pokemon cards, like
right,
you know,
and all verifiable.
Yeah,
right.
And then again, it'll have the history of who's owned it in the past. Again, the whole art and like collectible side of things, and
that's the interesting
like
part
highlight stuff, because the highlight stuff to me is just a newer aged card.
Yeah, it makes sense
like,
when you say it like that.
You have that shit. So that shit makes sense to me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything else. And if you make these art pieces or whatever, definitely put in in the contract that you get 5%. It could be fucking 2%.
Does that go on forever though? Or does that get transferred
as long as that fucking lives. Every time that gets traded,
so that's
you get that 2%.
So really it's the creator of the NFT that puts that in there.
Yes.
And you can, like, CJ, you turn around, you buy something for $5, you turn around and sell it for $10 a couple weeks later.
They're still getting whatever.
They're going to get a clip of that, but once you sell it, you got your $5 and then you're out the door.
I've got whatever
you're not getting
whatever's left over.
Yeah, you're not getting a percentage or anything like that.
No.
Right. Okay.
No, because I was
that was the part that seemed very Ponzi scheme, is like you're going to put on a sell on clause, and then someone else going to put on a sell on clause.
The fucking fourth person's going to get
like
a penny.
Like a penny at the end. Like I'm like, okay, that seems like a fucking.
No, it's just
scam.
the creator.
Right.
Again, if something comes back where it's like 50 fucking %, like eat shit.
Oh, I'm sure there's people doing that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people doing that.
Fuck that though.
This has fucking changed the OnlyFans game, I think. You can sell a photo of your asshole for fucking $14 in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And it's verifiable.
Or fucking 400.
And every time your asshole gets sold, at least you're getting a piece of it.
Yeah, it's the whole art thing makes sense to me, but
I like the idea of it opening up like markets. Like Instagram and all that should have like opened up a fucking huge market to people because you can have local artists that does fucking this shit. Like I follow a few people online that are fucking, one's in Australia, one's wherever the fuck, but I followed them because of their art.
Yeah.
Like interesting as fuck. And they have websites where like, hey, I'm doing prints, and fucking go on and buy their shit.
Yeah.
Which is great, because before they would be stuck to like, okay, I'm doing a show in my little fucking town in Australia.
Yeah. If you want to come buy shit.
You want to come buy some shit. Now you can sell it all over the fucking world.
You're up here in fucking Canada. Yeah. Right. Like you're going to go down, like.
Yeah, like
if you're there, hopefully she puts on a show, or you can get in contact, be like, I want to buy a print. I'm in Australia.
Whatever, yeah.
But it's just fingers crossed.
Just the internet itself has opened up that fucking social media.
That's the only better.
That's the only tiny okay thing about social media, I would say. The rest of it is like there's that's what excuse.
People said or Gary said, he's like, look at the people you follow online. Him being an example, like, how long have you been following me? And some lady's like, I've been long time listener, first time caller. And then she started laughing, and I don't think Gary really took in the joke.
That's like the fucking oldest line ever. He didn't get it?
I think.
How old is this guy? 12?
No. I think just because like it was only like 20 minutes, and he was like answering as many questions as he could.
Oh, okay.
So he's like waiting for the question, and she's like fucking giving jokes, and it's like, okay, come on.
Oh, so he was just being an impatient asshole.
Yeah,
not to say he's an asshole, but
I got what you're saying.
Yeah,
and I don't know what I was saying.
Don't remember either.
Yeah, fuck.
First time caller, long time listener.
Yeah,
we were talking about art. What was good about social media is that little tiny thing.
You follow these people, content creators, influencers, whatever. You follow them for a reason. If you like what they're doing. Again, some could be like actual artists.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of photographers I follow. I follow people like, like I'm going to buy one of his fucking NFTs. They're like fucking $1 million each. Like, unless there's a flash sale and I can get in there.
Yeah. And the thing is the reason that they hold that value is because there's no quantity of them. And there's a huge demand, right? It's a classic supply and demand.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. He's created his own fucking market.
When he sold his first one, he made like 50 million or 100 million.
On one piece?
No. Like in one day.
Oh, like he sold like a collection.
Like when he released his collection,
Jesus.
he made like
It'll probably be double that next time.
Stupid.
If he does another collection, it'll probably be double.
He keeps putting them out. He does them all the time.
And they're like $1 a piece.
I don't know. I don't know
They're
what
a
they
lot.
sell. He sent Joe Rogan one. It's like, fuck, nice. Lucky fuck.
Well, I guess it's only worth something if you sell it.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, yes and no.
To an extent.
All right.
Shit. Yeah, so learning NFTs. So hopefully we'll have more in the coming weeks.
Listen, just tell me what I need you to do is I need you to find the 2% and be like, these are can't miss. Send me this money.
Fucking buy them.
In 10 years, you'll have this much money.
Fuck.
Find a
like
sure thing for me.
3
I don't want to do any
months.
legwork.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Just
sure.
be like, hey, man, you want to go? You're going to want to do this. I'm like, all right, send it to me.
Whatever I find, whatever I'm like, I'm going to get some.
Just keep me in the loop because I have a
let you
9-month-old baby. I don't have no time for fucking paying attention to this shit.
I'll let you know.
I also don't have really the want. Like, it's interesting to me,
Yeah.
but it's nothing that's like jumped off. It just seems like it's very intimidating to me.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's because it's all high risk.
It's not even that factor. It's like learning about it is like,
yeah. Trying to like understand
seems
it.
a bit exhaustive to me, but that's no big deal.
agree.
Like, that's not to say it's not worth learning about.
I think if I
obviously.
go down the realm, I'll want like the collectible side of things where like you have like I'm sure there's stuff like Pokemon, all that fucking shit, probably fucking Hot Wheels. There's probably shit like Gary said, like there's guys out there buying $1,000 of a toy for a toy and putting it on a shelf. It's the exact same thing. Just
yeah, it's just collectibles, just in a digital.
in a modern digital world. Like,
Yeah, the way you explain it as like trading cards, and it immediately like made sense to me.
yeah. So like shit like that, I'll probably go that route. Probably more so like the art, and I don't really care if there's a physical piece that comes with it because it's unless I plan on keeping it for a long time. Because it's my next thought is okay, so I get the physical copy, but now how do I get that physical copy to somebody else?
Yeah.
That's my next thing, right? Like, am I gonna have to pay for shipping?
Yeah, you will. And you'll have to pay for good shipping that like
Make sure it gets there.
but if you're selling it for X amount, I guess it is what it is.
So
Anyway, keep an eye out for 2 Season to Pod NFTs coming to you soon.
yeah, we'll need a fucking artist.
Oh my god, bro.
If you're an artist and you want to do some NFTs, hit me up. Chris doesn't have time for this, so hit me up, and we just won't tell Chris about it.
Yeah. Well, and you'll be sued promptly.
We'll just call it one seat in a pod.
Fuck.
Fucking world's crazy, man.
It's a strange fucking world.
Fucking mining bitcoins and selling digital
My favorite
art.
line ever is fucking mining Bitcoin is actually worse for the environment than actual mining.
It wasn't though.
It was just a joke,
Oh yeah, okay.
but
Not a
I
good
just thought
one.
it was yeah, I guess. I saw it on a comedy thing, so it was funny.
I saw like
They
an
suck
actual
up a fuckload of power.
yeah, but a lot of the
It just
like
depends on where the energy's coming from. Like that's the
That
part that's
too,
that's
yeah.
part that's like
That-
untruthful about. But again, it's a joke, so
yeah.
don't want to read too much into it.
No,
right?
I did
But-
look at a fucking thing though, and it was
But
like,
some people actually think that that's the case.
yeah, it was like mining gold and their I don't know carbon footprint,
Yeah,
and it was like way up here, and then it was like mining Bitcoin, and it was
yeah.
like
I'm
here.
sure.
And it's like Jesus,
Yeah, I'm sure. And also, it's not ripping up the physical landscape.
yeah,
Because like if you plug in something into the wall here in Ontario, at least like most of it's probably coming from fucking nuclear, which is
Yeah.
like zero emission. So it's not bad for the environment. You know what I mean? You're sucking up a lot of fucking juice.
yeah.
But whatever, improve the fucking juice lines.
Oh.
I'm an electrician.
I know.
Just improve the
one of
juice lines. I think that's the technical terms.
I like that. The juice lines. The one of the Bitcoin farming dudes that I started following on YouTube and shit. He ended up making a like where he built his like It's literally a farm. Like
His
it's
lair?
a big fucking
Say his
like
layer.
barn. He made it all solar power.
So he's like off the
So
grid.
yeah, and as soon as he like one, he's making money from fucking the Bitcoin, but then once he pays back that for whatever it was to install the solar power, that shit's running for free now.
I'm gonna. I would love to see how big the solar. Is it a huge solar
I don't
farm?
know. I'll have to
Because
I'll
I
have to
actually,
find
this
it.
is shit I actually do know about. I would
Okay.
be very surprised if he's mining. Is it a big setup for mining Bitcoin?
He's got a fair amount of rigs.
If he doesn't have a fucking like, if he doesn't have,
Oh, it's done like fucking proper. I
No.
don't know how many things he's
no,
got.
but I'm
though.
saying, what I was gonna say is that if he doesn't have like acres and miles of solar panels,
That's how many you need.
oh
Eddie.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, dude.
So like,
Okay, for example, right?
what's
So
one panel? Like how many panels would you need to run the house?
you could run your house for a couple of hours a day
On like a panel?
on like a roof setup.
Really?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
thought it would be.
That's
more.
not running your dryer. No, it's nothing. So
Really?
I worked with this guy who got into solar very early on. And his plan was, because this was when the deals were good with the government.
Yeah, because you can sell it back.
So this was the deal with the government. You either pay the upfront cost of the panels and install, which is like 60 grand for the panels. Have someone install them or install them yourself. At the time this is like, we'll call this a decade plus ago, 15 years ago. And then you would like on a regular size house, the average income was like $12,000 to $15,000. So basically anyone that's got solar panels on, they're going to get an income of $12,000 to $15,000, which is good to just like fucking put in the bank, whatever.
Sure.
Or the government would lease it to you until it's paid off. And then you would start collecting the money. So his plan was, which was a good one, is he was going to go up and down streets, be like, I'm going to put solar panels on your roof for no charge. And he was going to pay all the upfront costs, let them pay themselves off, and then sign like a 25-year contract with these people. So really after the first 5 years, once a heavy like shitload of money's up, then you're just watching
Money come in.
money come in. It was a good idea. But like he got into it big time. Like he was teaching like courses at colleges and shit about it, electrician. So he knows about it. And he rigged his fucking cottage up. And I think he was getting like 2 or 3 hours maximum per day. And that was like, if he ran the dryer, he'd get an hour. Like,
Really?
it's all about battery storage. So, because that's what solar is. It's DC, and then you got to convert it back in. So if you're just converting it back to the grid, then that's fine. Like they're just taking that energy.
I'm putting it somewhere else.
But if you want to run it in your house, you need batteries.
Fuck.
And
that's where they
batteries
get
are
you.
expensive. And they're fucking, they're cumbersome. So like, they fucking take up a shitload of space.
I was going to say they were going to take up a ton of space.
So my first thought, the fucking skeptic in me, is that this guy's full of shit. That he's running his mining farm because they draw a fuckload of power.
Maybe not.
Because I know
Yeah.
I install power for servers at
Yeah.
data centers.
I'll have to do
Often.
more digging because I
And
haven't
it's
seen the
like-
final.
It's a lot, and I've seen like mining rigs, and like I know there's ones you can just plug in like 15 amps. But if you're gonna do like a full on setup, you'll probably like do like a 30 amp per set, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So unless this guy's got fucking miles of solar and batteries to store it, now there is ways to do it with inverters where like it fucking transfers and you can use it right away. But it doesn't work when the lights are off, aka the sun goes down,
True.
right?
Yeah, true.
So half the day, if you live at the equator, half of the day is dark.
Yep.
Anything north or south is like you're skewing it. So like you're getting into like 10, 9, 10 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
So
Fuck. Yeah. I didn't know that. I
my
thought it
first
better
thought
than
was this
that.
guy's a liar.
Was that like?
But that's not to say that he is.
Was that okay? He's also wording shit in his fucking things to get fucking views.
Yeah, I get it. And
Right.
listen, he probably does
he's
have
probably
a
using
good
it, but
he
he's
does
not
have a
using
good
it all.
battery setup. But like I'll give
he
you an
might not
example.
even have that. He might be doing what you're saying, where he's running. He just like while the sun's up, he's using the solar power.
Sure. Yeah, like,
and then
I'm
when
sure-
that stops,
Yeah.
he's running just off of regular power.
And I don't want to accuse this guy of being a liar. I'm just saying like my first
Yeah.
thought on knowing how this shit actually works.
I didn't
This
know
is
it was
actually
like
something that I
that.
do know.
Yeah,
I do
had
understand.
no fucking idea. I just figured
Yeah.
you got solar
Finally,
panels
I
out
can
there.
actually
It's fucking-
contribute somewhat. This is shit I actually understand. So unless like a little fucking building, like a little telecommunications building, which are in most towns,
Yeah.
they'll have batteries that they could run and these buildings draw a fair bit of power, but like nothing crazy. And they'll have fucking racks of batteries, probably the length of this garage.
Jesus.
And each battery is probably
Gigantic.
2 or 3 feet by a foot wide, maybe bigger.
Fuck.
And then
How much is a battery hold? Like,
they lose charge. So like,
yeah, no,
it
but
depends
like
on
to
the drop.
run it. So if you have a battery in there, like how much is one battery gonna like last for?
One? I'm gonna say fucking like minutes. I don't
Okay,
know,
okay,
like because
okay,
they string
yeah,
them
yeah.
all together, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Like
Sure.
now I'm definitely stretching. Like I
No,
don't
that's
I don't
fine.
know the answer
We'll
to
say
that.
a minute just for
Let's
ease
say an
of
hour.
mind.
Let's say an hour.
Sure.
Right? But it's probably not. Like,
Yeah.
well, probably last a while because how long does a little AA battery last? Right?
Pretty-
Two of
pretty
them,
long.
they last pretty long.
Yeah.
But they're also depends on the application of what you're using it for. Like a controller is just sending a signal back and forth. It's not like drawing. But when you have like AC units running and fucking servers running like these fucking telecommunication building, they draw a fair bit.
Yeah.
So that's like my knowledge on like batteries. And it's like, okay, it's doable for sure. 100% doable. But if he's got like a barn filled with servers that he's mining Bitcoin with, I would say he'd have to have 2 barns filled with batteries.
That's fucked.
And then they would just be getting charged all day while the sun's up. And then at nighttime, he would be drawing the batteries. And I would say he's probably only getting a couple of hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know
On
that.
my experience working in buildings where there's heavy draw, like so
Yeah.
that's the most thing that's comparable.
So if you have solar panels, is it best to just sell back to the fucking grid if that's
Yeah.
a
Just get your money.
possibility?
Get your money. Like Musk and Tesla were looking at like wall battery packs to link with your thing. So like you could actually pull your house off of the grid for a certain period of time, which is beneficial,
Yeah, sure, 100%.
right? But like we're talking like hours. We're not talking like you're
Fucking
not running.
days.
You're not like if the sun's up and you think you're like, oh, the sun's shining, we can run the house on solar. No fucking chance.
That's fucked. I
Like
thought it
even
was
like
better-
with a big
I thought
fucking
it-
solar
yeah,
setup.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I thought it was like, I want to say better, but
No, because it just comes down like again, inverters will convert the DC, which is the solar, into AC, which will allow you to run in your house.
yeah.
But they don't produce that much. And then again, you're still going to want to store it to use at nighttime or off peak hours.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it. We did why the fuck is that? Sorry.
No,
It's
it's
supposed to be
whatever.
on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, are they a favorite?
No, I don't have favorites. They must have
No.
called twice or something.
Who cares?
Fuck a recession.
Yeah.
But yeah, like batteries are super important when it comes to solar, especially if you're wanting to like run shit for a certain amount of time. That's my 2 cents on that.
Cool. I knew
Everyone feel free
nothing.
to fact check that because I'm sure I'm a little
I'm
off,
fucking
but-
naive about the whole thing. I figured if you got fucking solar panels on your roof, you're just living off that shit.
No,
That's how
not
fucking
even little. Like
naive I
if you
am.
want to like get a fucking gas dryer, get a gas range, like stove.
Yeah, I
Right,
guess.
right. But there's ways to do it where like you could like definitely stretch the amount. But no, because like also it's funny,
You
like
just
because they give you an app.
Sell it back to the fucking city or whatever.
The difference of like
Township.
cloudy or like shadow on these things, the output, like they almost
it
drop.
just drains.
Almost nothing.
Like you get zip.
It's not putting anything out. Like you can see it. Like my cousin on he had the app at the time, and I installed these at my boss's house when I was an apprentice. Like he had a pretty big roof. If like depending on the time of the day, when like just a little shadow from a chimney on one of the panels would almost have like zero output.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, they're not great.
Makes sense though.
They're not great. Like
Yeah.
the thing that's annoying to me about like the green movement, and I'm not like
Yeah.
fucking anti-green movement. I'm just saying the thing that's annoying is that a lot of people don't realize like there's more to it than just like the sun's shining.
Yeah,
We're
we're getting all the power.
no, you're not getting like these things are not like they're limited in
Yeah.
what they can produce. Like I
Yeah.
think the technology got to a point, and I think I heard Elon Musk talking about this because he actually knows he's in this business. So solar panels are like they like will reach a max fucking
Like what you can draw
they'll
in.
like max out at efficiency.
Sure.
Now unless there's some like breakthrough that I'm not aware of. but I know that for sure from installing them. Like they can only be so efficient.
Yeah, they can only pull in so much power
Exactly.
at once.
And like the technology is not going to change too much to like for that to like get any better. Like they're kind of like are what they are. So I forget where the fuck I was going with that. Sorry.
No, it makes sense.
What were we
though.
saying before that? There was a point to that story.
Breaking through Elon Musk.
Doesn't matter.
Fuck it.
But anyway, like, this is the part that annoys me about the green thing is like people are like wind and solar only, but like solar panels, you cover over the fucking earth. So nothing lives underneath of it.
Yeah.
You can't like farm. You can't have animals.
Yeah, because you got solar panels.
Grass doesn't even grow.
Yeah.
Like it's not like this perfect thing. And then also it's also not that good of a technology. Like solar, wind combined with like nuclear is probably the future. But like I really don't even think you need solar and wind if you're going nuclear.
Can you not do shit with like water?
Like hydroelectric's the best. Like Niagara Falls and shit like that.
Sure. I have no idea how that shit works.
They just turn a turbine, which generates electricity.
Yeah, so
it's like a reverse generator.
It's like a fucking
generator.
like a wheel in the water, and it's just fucking spinning and fucking.
You just put magnets around that. You make it like you put the turbine as a generator. And it spins and it fucking shoots out 1.2 gigawatts.
Gigawatts.
Well, that's from fucking Back to the Future, right? But
I love it.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool.
Like that's the best. Like,
that's probably the best way.
Like Quebec has, I think, 80% of their electricity comes from hydroelectric dams, which is like
cool.
Water moves, spins a turbine, away you go. Like
turbine.
It also will turn a turbine occasionally.
Cool.
But mostly turbines.
Yeah, okay. They're the best, I hear.
So they fucking go off. And that's the best way. And then they'll buy our power for us at nighttime when we're not using it.
Cool.
Yeah, so anyway. But that's the annoying thing is like they're just like solar panel, that's the only way we're gonna go. We're gonna go solar and wind. It's like, no. This shit's
you can't. Solar doesn't make sense because again, like what you say,
it gets dark.
Well, but it's also got to cover the land. Yeah,
like there's this video that like you see get like published online. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like this fucking like like these like hill like mountainous territory that's just like covered in fucking solar panels.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And people are like, wow, this is the future. And it's like you just covered over the beautiful earth.
Yeah.
With something that doesn't fucking...
I don't want to look out my window and see solar panels.
Like nothing... A chipmunk can't even live there.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Like you've basically...
At least windmills you can fucking just like... It's a big fucking tower. At least shit can live around it.
Although there's fucking talks that's not even true. Like the white noise fucks up livestock.
Really?
So I have family that lives up in Ontario, like up by Lake Huron.
Yeah, there's a bunch
and that's
up
like
there,
there's a fuckload up there. And for 15 years, and these are not fucking like my family is not fucking like far right wing people. Like these are people that literally vote liberal their whole lives, like union goers and shit. Right? So like they're not on the conspiracy train, but the people that live in those communities say that there's something fucked up about them. Like they hate them.
Really?
And they're the ones that live there with them. I don't live there, so I'm not.
Do I.
But I'm sure there's a lot of people that have never lived near a wind turbine. Like that's fucking bullshit. It's like, well, is it? Because I don't live there.
Yeah.
And when you go to these communities, all you see is signs like "Stop the turbines." This has been for like 15 years now, longer, since the initiative went through. And they were good deals for the farmers, but the livestock get fucked up. Like people get sick. Like there's something there, and I don't know if it's just like a white noise thing. There's something that's fucking with people, and they fucking hate them. And I haven't looked into it other than like just being up there.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Let's look into it.
Yeah. Let's go deep. Let's get those tinfoil hats made.
Yeah. We really should do that.
We should for sure.
Oh,
I want a nice one though. I don't want to just like cover it like a ball cap and tinfoil hat.
I want a unique one.
I want like a fucking bucket hat.
Yeah, okay.
We'll find.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something that looks like a tinfoil hat but actually looks nice too.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I like
Plus, then
me
you can reflect
hat.
the sun into people's eyes. Be like,
eat shit, bitch.
Yeah.
You want to talk shit?
Like Cyclops from X-Men.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to get a new bucket hat this year. I think I dropped mine on the golf course like a few years ago.
Can't go wrong.
With you. I think we were fucking walking and it started raining, and I used to keep a bucket hat in my bag. And it was just a solid black one. And I think when I pulled out my...
Your rain cover?
Yeah, I fucking... tossed it and didn't notice.
Fuck.
Yeah, so I gotta get a new one. Right. So I got 2 leaf ones, but sometimes you just gotta rock a plain one. You know?
You got to do what you got to do. Definitely, you should invest in a tie-dye one.
I'm not a tie-dye guy, though.
Tie-dye.
I got to get a beige one, just like the one I got your kid.
Yeah, that one's classic. That's
Like,
timeless.
Yeah.
Timeless.
That one's legit.
I got to piss so bad. Wrap it up while the iron's hot. Go out on a high note.
Well, yeah, let's do it. All right. We're going to jump into some motherfucking Chris predicts. Dun, 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 dun.
Wizardry. And the show gets dumber.
Now, this is where you can make all your fucking money. Fuck NFTs. Fuck crypto. It's all about these fucking Chris predicts. Take out a mortgage, second mortgage, take all your life savings, all the money you have stored away for your kids to go to school. Fucking take it all and fucking put it on this shit.
Or else we'll kill you. That would look terrible on a transcript.
Yeah.
Take out all your money, take all these loans, or else we will kill you. The NFL playoffs roll on. I had a good week last week personal betting because where I'm fucking up with the NFL picks, I should be doing point spread. Because when I make predictions, I predict the team that's going to go through. When I bet point spread. So I don't always bet the team that I think is going to win.
Fucking point spread.
Well, we're doing it this week, bro, because the Super Bowl's in a couple weeks.
We live and learn, baby.
It's happening. Live and learn. Little better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, why not? It's like the NFT train.
Holy fuck. Last week I predicted that the Chiefs and LA Rams would be your Super Bowl finalists. The LA Rams went through, but the Chiefs did not.
Fuck.
Both were good games.
Bengals went through, didn't they?
Bengals, yeah. So the Super Bowl, which is in 2 weeks' time, because they always do a 2-week break between the Super Bowl now.
They get a break.
Will be played between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Excuse me. So I will predict that this week, but I want to talk about. So last week betting, I bet the two underdogs, even though I took LA and Kansas City to go through. So I didn't care that. LA or Kansas City, whatever the fuck, if they went through. I just cared that they didn't cover the fucking point spread. So Cincinnati won. They covered the point spread. And then I parlayed it with fucking San Francisco to cover the point spread. And they lost, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Chris predicts I got at least 50%, right? And I fucking won like $137 on my betting.
Hell yeah.
On a $40 bet.
I like it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah.
Very nice. So now I have some money to play with going into the weekend. Yes. That is the Super Bowl. So I will predict the Super Bowl this week or else I will forget.
Yeah, may as well. We know the teams. Teams aren't changing.
And we know the odds, and I'm going to tell you what to predict. So the line is 4 points. I am taking Cincinnati to cover the 4 points. So they're +4. So they will not lose by more than 4 points. And I'm taking the over, which is at 48.5 points, which is a low over based on the last previous years. So take Cincinnati cover and take the over.
All right.
That's the bets.
Cool.
And it'll pay like almost like 2.5. It's nothing crazy. Like the odds are the odds. Like you can't change them, but like I think like 80. Yeah, like he just about two times.
I'll take that.
Take those odds. If I know what I know last week, I would have fucking put all of my money on that.
Isn't that how it always goes?
That's how it always works.
Fuck.
Gambling.
Yeah.
It can be addictive. I think I predicted something else last week.
Yeah, didn't you do like fucking EPL or some shit?
Probably. I don't fucking know. Nope.
You did do Champions League shit or something.
Oh, yes. I did want to get into that because that is starting back up soon.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if you predicted it or...
No. I said I wanted to. So let me just double check. If it doesn't start next week, then I will be prepared for it next week.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought you said...
Yeah, I'll do it next week.
Yeah, okay. I thought you said it started in...
No. Sorry.
Like a couple weeks or some shit.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do a soccer prediction because Canada's playing. All right, I'm gonna do two soccer predictions. The Old Firm Derby, which is Celtic and Rangers, is going to be a draw. It's at Celtic Park. And I am not a fucking Celtic supporter, so that is hard for me to pick. But it's going to be a draw. And Canada is going to go into El Salvador and beat them in World Cup qualifying. And the United States and Canada just beat the United States yesterday for the first time in 42 years.
Holy shit, good for
in
them.
World Cup qualifying. Canada's top of the group by 4 points, ahead of Mexico, ahead of the United States.
Holy
Undefeated so far.
fuck.
Yeah. We're going to the World Cup, baby.
We're fucking going to the World Cup.
We're going to the World Cup. So Canada's going to go into a fucking hostile environment.
So when will because this is qualifiers, right?
Yeah, the World Cup, it's ending soon. So World Cup's this year, 2022.
I was going to say, when's it start?
The World Cup?
Yeah.
They're doing it late this year because of corruption. So
Okay,
Qatar was awarded the World Cup just purely due to corruption.
Okay.
And it's so fucking hot in Qatar because it's in the middle of a desert in the Middle East in the summertime that it's unsafe for human beings to be out there running around playing soccer. So they moved it to I think it's around the Christmas time.
Holy fuck.
And they've interrupted literally every league on the planet for the corrupt World Cup. Qatar is also like, you want to talk about fucking human rights shit? They started building these stadiums. When did they get awarded? I would say, let's say 2012. These have been awarded. We've known for like a decade now.
Sure.
Because they were awarded along with Russia, which Russia was 2018. So it would have been a few years before that. But Qatar is like bringing people in. Like there are a lot of Pakistanis and a lot of Indians, a lot of Southeast Asians, like laborers and stuff. They're like, come in. Let us hold on to your passport for a little bit, and we're going to pay you $50 an hour. And then they take your passport and they pay you fucking 13 cents an hour. And it's horrible working conditions and dangerous as fuck. And like, yeah, it's
Jesus.
Yeah. And what a lovely country to pick a World Cup, because the World Cup is always like people come from all over the world. There's like, it's like basically a party atmosphere. You can drink, you can intermingle. Drinking's illegal in Qatar. So
Perfect.
There's that out the window. Women have to be covered up. Like, it's like not a great place to go.
Yeah.
Generally.
Okay. So
And then-
not a lot of travelers are going.
It's going to be a weird one for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it.
It'll be good to watch. It'll be
Yeah.
a fucking good tournament. But it looks like Canada's going to qualify for their first World Cup. I mean, it's in their hands now. If they fuck it up, there's 4 games left, 5 after El Salvador, including El Salvador. It's literally in their hands. If they fuck it up, I don't know. They're not going to. They're like ranked number 40 in the world now. They're doing fucking awesome. And it looks like they're going to qualify for their first World Cup. Second World Cup ever, first since 1986.
God dang.
So go Canada, go.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. I still remember watching the World Cup when we were in high school.
Yeah, it's such a fun
And we went to the bar like every day at lunch.
It's the best tournament. And like, it's a good tournament because a lot of casuals, like,
yeah, I watch it.
yeah, like literally it's the most televised event. Like the Super Bowl draws a lot of people, but soccer, like the World Cup finals, like I think it's like 2 billion people watch that now, maybe more.
Jesus.
Champions League finals, like for sure 1 billion.
Fuck.
Yeah, like soccer is
That
a
is
fucking
crazy.
massive deal.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some predictions for you, friends. And next week we'll do the Champions League. I'll get prepared because there's like, I didn't want to just rhyme it off the top of my head there.
Yeah.
And we have an extra week to do it, so we're good.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, listening, whatever you guys are doing. If you are watching, hit that fucking like button, leave a comment, give us something to talk about.
Send us an NFT of your asshole.
I want to fucking get into our conspiracy theories and fucking aliens and shit again.
What have we got,
we kept saying we were going to fucking do it and get stoned. And
we're getting fucking caught up in NFTs. We're fucking idiots.
there was 2 fucking or 3 weeks where like we didn't do it. Last week we didn't do it in person because I was fucking late leaving work. But yeah, we got to do an episode where we get fucking stoned. And
I think that should be honestly every episode. You don't need to convince me.
All right.
Dude, we drink alcohol, and we got to mix weed in the equation.
Oh,
no.
All right.
See ya, friends.
Yeah, love you, buddy.
See ya. Love you too.